This is a CBS News special report. I'm Lindsey Reiser with breaking news of a school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin. An investigation is underway at Abundant Life Christian School after a gunman opened fire this morning. The Madison Police Department says at least 7 people were injured and 3 are dead, including the suspected juvenile shooter. This is a map of Wisconsin where you can see Madison there at the southern border, close to it at least. The police chief just spoke about the investigation moments ago.
Today, around 10:57 a.m., our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison. When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. We train on this almost quarterly. The last time we trained on this as commanders was approximately 2 weeks ago. The protocols are simple. Stop the killing, stop the dying, find out who's doing this. And the officers did that, and they did that adamantly. We had officers from around the county and around the state that came in support of this particular incident. Officers located a juvenile who they believe was responsible for this deceased in the building. Additionally, the officers began administering life-saving efforts to anyone who was wounded and making sure that those persons were transported. What we know is that a total of about 7 persons were transported from this scene to area hospitals for treatment. We know that at least 3 people have lost their lives, including a juvenile person. I don't have any other information about those persons who have lost their lives, and I'm not going to release that until we have, of course, spoken with family members and ensuring that they are fully aware of this tragic scene that occurred today. I want to thank all of the law enforcement partners and community members that came out to help, our friends at the ATF. I've gotten calls from my friends at the FBI, the State Patrol, the Sheriff's Office, Monona Police Department, our fire department. It goes on and on and on. Because this is something that we all prepare for, but we hope we never have to do. As you can see, we have a unification center that was immediately set up where parents and guardians and loved ones and grandparents wanted to get information about their loved ones, and we wanted to make sure that they were unified immediately. So we were doing more than one thing at one time. We're still going through methodically clearing that school, clearing every vehicle, and making certain that there's no other threats to this community, which we believe there are none. We immediately alerted our mayor's office, and I've been on the phone with her and her office constantly. We also alerted Madison schools. We put the schools on lockdown, but there's no threats to MMSD schools at this time. But we wanted to make sure that we did our due diligence in this particular case. Again, we're still going through collecting evidence, collecting information, making sure that our community is safe from what is a sad day for our community and for our country. And we have to do a little bit better. I don't have all the answers that you want right now, but I will tell you this. We have some of the best officers in the entire country. Our detectives are amazing. We're going to go and work hard and go through this scene so that we can piece together what exactly happened. Again, there'll be another briefing in about 2 hours, and if I have additional information, I will certainly let you know what that information is. Again, around 10:57 a.m., officers responded to an active shooter. They responded per our protocol. They found the person who they believe was responsible, who was down, deceased. We know that it's juvenile. We know that there are other persons who have lost their lives. We know that we've transported about 7 people after giving them life-saving measures. It's important to notice, too, that about 3 miles from here is our training center. Today, our special event team medics were in training. And so they got to practice in real time. They left the training center immediately and came down here and doing in real time what they were actually practicing for. And that's why training is so important and making sure that we can provide the best possible training and the best possible response for our community members. I'm asking everyone to send your heartfelt wishes and prayers and thoughts yet again to a community, but this time it's my community. Dylan?
Yeah, can we start over here with questions?
Chief, you mentioned you're a father, you're the police chief here in Madison. What emotions are you feeling right now after going through all that?
To be honest with you, I'm feeling a little dismayed now. I'm so close to Christmas. Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away. And we need to figure out and try to piece together what exactly happened. And right now, my heart is heavy for my community. My heart is heavy for Madison, and we have to come together as a community and figure out what happened here and make sure that it doesn't happen in any other place that should be a refuge for students in our community.
You're right there.
What sort of gun-related policies, if any, were in place at the school, and did the school have metal detectors?
I'm not aware that the school had metal detectors, nor should schools have metal detectors. It's a school, it's a safe space. So I don't know. Again, it is a private Christian school. It is not under the authority of MMSDs, and that is something that we'll have to look into.
Chief, of the 7 victims, how many are students? How many are teachers?
I'm not going to give any information about who the victims are, whether they're students, staff, or parents, because we need to make sure that we can notify people. I think that's the most important thing before we go any further.
But police they never fired their weapons.
That is correct.
Correct.
Let's follow
I don't know if it's a male or a female, but the police department did not fire their weapons. Thank you.
Scott,
are there 3 fatalities you mentioned, including the suspected shooter?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
3 total.
That's correct.
Are the 7 that was transported, are the 3 fatalities within that 7 or addition to that?
Yes, within that 7. Yes, thank you.
Was the shooter a student at the school?
We believe the shooter was a student at the school. Yes.
What can you tell us about the status of the other transports?
We know that they range from minor injuries to life-threatening. I know that's a huge, spectrum, but that's what we know now. And so we need everyone, again, to send your thoughts and your prayers out to them. One thing I do know is that we have some of the best medical care in the country here in Madison. And so we hope that everyone will recover. But at this time, we don't know.
So we did just get an update from our command post. 5 deceased at this time, 5 injured.
So a total of 10.
So a total of 10.
Again, this is a ever evolving situation. Just hearing that, what does that make you think? How does that make you feel? That we have to do a better job in our community on a Monday, right? So close to Christmas, that we're updating victims. And so there's a lot of work that has to be done. And we're committed to doing that work. We just ask for your patience. I think the most important part is the reunification, again, that we spoke about, making sure that those persons who were in the schools, whether they're staff, students, or what have you, are reunified, and we have done that. Again, I want to say thank you to all our partners. Again, our friends are here from the ATF. They're going to help us. I heard the question about the gun. I don't know yet, which is why we have a great partnership with the ATF that will help us determine the origin of this gun and where it happened. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we will have another press conference. Stephanie has the location.
We're doing 2:30 at Fire Station 14 in their community room. 2:30, Fire Station 14.
Steph, Can you confirm the 5 who are dead? Does that include the shooter?
That does include the shooter.
Are the victims students, teachers, a mix?
Yeah, again, we're not going to talk about that until we notify all the families that may be involved. Again, this is an ever evolving situation, and we're trying to figure it out. What did you say, man?
Has the school been cleared? Are all the students out of the school?
The school has been through a secondary clearing. We're doing another one now with the help of bomb dogs, just in case. We want to clear vehicles and things of that nature. So we're going to take our time, and we're going to go through, and we're going to do everything that we can. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Okay?
Thank you.
Fire Station 14.
Once again, that was the Madison, Wisconsin police chief updating us. At least 5 people are dead, including the person that they believe to be the juvenile shooter, who they believe was a student at the school. And 5 are injured after a shooting at Abundant Life Christian School, a private Christian school. This comes 12 years after the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. I want to bring in Anna Schechter. She leads the CBS News crime beat, covering crime and public safety for CBS News and Stations. And a couple more top lines that police never fired their weapons. What else stood out to you in that press conference on just such a horrible tragedy?
Well, the fact that the shooter is a student there, I believe it's a K-12 school, so that tells you something about what the profile might be. Interesting that police did not fire any shots. It does sound like a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And, you know, this is a very organized operation. They were ready to go. They had police at the local hospital triaging people. Now the FBI is aware, involved, the ATF. So we don't have any information about the gun, but we should be getting that soon. The ATF is going to be working to trace that back. So lots of moving parts right now, lots of different investigative bodies supporting this effort right now. And it is just an unimaginable tragedy that we hear about so often.
Unfortunately, we heard the police chief there saying they train for things like this all the time. Unfortunately, their commanders, fortunately or unfortunately, how you want to look at it, their commanders trained just 2 weeks ago on an active shooter situation. And he said they've already gone through the building a secondary time to clear. He said they're going in again with bomb dogs and also to clear vehicles. Can you help describe what's being done right now?
Sure. What they do is a sweep of the school. So they don't know if the shooter had other plans. Sometimes you have somebody with a gun, but who also has an improvised explosive device that they've placed somewhere else. So everybody is on maximum high alert, and they are sort of playing out multiple scenarios for other threats. And they've already done a threat assessment. They've swept it twice. They're doing another one. So they're being extra cautious because you never know. They're probably going to be looking towards motive. Of course, that's a parallel investigative track that is likely underway already, interviewing this individual's family members, friends, eyewitnesses. All this is going to be going what I like to call the first draft of history, put into police reports that then a prosecutor would use. And in this case, you know, that the suspect is deceased, this is still going to be going into, they're going to be putting out a report with everything that they find, likely doing follow-up trainings. They're looking also, how can they prevent this type of thing? A community like Madison, Wisconsin, they are sort of on the forefront. They are very progressive in the way that they sort of attack these kinds of problems. And so this is going to be factoring into trainings in the future, red flags. I mean, red flag warnings, that's a big thing that law enforcement agencies across the country are looking into. And maybe there were some signs here that were missed.
Joining us right now is CBS News national security contributor Samantha Vinograd. She served as former Assistant Secretary for Counterterrorism at the Department of Homeland Security. Sam, we know that you have experience in investigating these types of tragedies, school shootings. What can you tell us about what is being done right now?
Well, Lindsay, having worked to try to prevent these kinds of school shootings and then unfortunately dealing with the aftermath of these horrific incidents, I can tell you that there are several ongoing concurrent lines of effort at this time. As the police chief mentioned, unfortunately, it is a sign of the times that law enforcement jurisdictions have well-oiled plans to respond to these kinds of incidents. So right now, concurrently, law enforcement is ensuring that there is no ongoing threat, not just to the school, but to the public, while they gather more information about the deceased active shooter, the suspect. They are likely working to identify the biographic information associated with this individual, to comb the individual's social media to see if the individual was in touch with anybody else, seeking a warrant for the individual's home and other belongings, perhaps a vehicle, again, to try to ascertain whether this individual was a lone wolf, acted alone, or there are potentially other ongoing threats from individuals that may have been in touch with the shooter. At the same time, law enforcement and medical personnel are, in the first instance, always most focused on containing the threat and providing medical support to the victims. We heard from the police chief that medical support was provided very quickly, not only because the emergency units train on these situations in such a rapid fashion. Concurrently, psychological and trauma services will be provided immediately to all of the victims. That is standard operating procedure teenager. And reunification, we know a reunification center has been set up. Reunification of parents, family members, not just the students, but affected administrators and faculty is also underway. I will note we have heard, Lindsay, that the FBI and the ATF are aware of the incident and working with state and local law enforcement. This is a Christian private school. There could be a hate crime or counterterrorism nexus, which authorities will investigate.
All right, Sam Vinograd, thank you. Our thanks as well to Anna Schechter. To recap the breaking news from Madison, Wisconsin, at least 5 are dead and 5 injured after a shooting at Abundant Life Christian School, which has nearly 400 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. Police say the juvenile suspect, who is believed to be a student at the school, is among the dead. CBS News has learned President Biden has been briefed. Our coverage will continue on CBS News 24/7, your local news, and tonight on the CBS Evening News. This has been a CBS News Special Report. I'm Lindsey Reiser.